Yesterday I was having a conversation with a friend of mine about how awesome the band AC/DC is. How they have hit after hit after hit, so many different records. But sometimes I still hear people talk bad about AC/DC for some reason, and I can't for the life of me figure it out. So in this video, I wanted to count down my top 10 favorite AC/DC riffs and explain why they are in the top 10 for me, why they are some of my favorites. Spoiler alert, I really love the Highway to Hell album. Number 1, Hell's Bells. The reason I love this riff so much being the opening track to the Back in Black record. First of all, starting off with those haunting bells that just totally entice you, keep you listening right off the bat, but then that epic riff just starts with the droning A note here, and it's just a D chord with that high E string being played. Those two notes together are just so haunting and keep the listener engaged, and it's just such an epic riff, especially with that little walk down at the end. One of the coolest riffs, and I wish I would have written it. Number 2 is If You Want Blood, You've Got It, and the riff goes like this. It is just a riff that bounces back and forth between the A chord and the D chord with a bunch of downstroke picking. There's very little finger movement, but the song is very bouncy and the riff is really bouncy and keeps you listening, keeps you kind of grooving. It's a very active riff, really cool. I like this one a lot. One of the things that I love about Angus Young is that he takes a lot of full first position chords and goes back and forth with them quite a bit, making it sound full and really big and just like AC/DC. Number 3, I had to change because my other guitar had nasty strings, wouldn't stay in tune. Number 3 is Walk All Over You, which is another fantastic tune, opening with that E chord and just letting this drum fill lead it into the next, which is the G to the D, and it just sounds awesome. That G to D sounds great. But really, it's once the chord gets going that keeps it, again, bouncy, full, upbeat, and fun. That is such a great chord progression. It's such a simple chord progression, leading to one of AC/DC's best riffs, in my opinion. Number 4. Such an awesome lick that is literally just 2 chords and just an interesting timing, but very cool, keeps it upbeat. Again, AC/DC loves to do that upbeat thing, and they love the key of A. Or maybe it's just me who loves the key of A in AC/DC songs that are played in it. Because I noticed that AC/DC also loves the key of E. In fact, they also love the key of B and G. So maybe it's me? Anyway, any song written in the key of A by AC/DC is awesome, and Highway to Hell is no exception. Number 5. For those about to rock, we salute you. This is such an awesome riff, and it's a unique one for the band because it's way up high on these high strings, and it's just this, again, down-picking kind of pattern. But what I think he does is he actually rolls down his volume and his tone knob a little bit to roll away some of the high end in the EQ, and it gives it this kind of muffled, epic kind of... versus if you had it all the way open, which would sound like this. Pretty cool, pretty interesting lick. Number 6. The opening little lick to Shook Me All Night Long. And this is also a great song if your singer doesn't want to sing a song, because as soon as you start playing this out at a bar, the crowd will sing it for you. It's such a fun song to sing along, and it's such a fun little lick to play, especially with this little... Number 7, and this is a fun one because it is, again, just chords that are played kind of quickly. 3 chords, that's all you really need for an AC/DC song. This is actually a pretty cool riff because it's quick with the finger movements and the chords. And again, one of the things that I really like about Angus Young is that he uses these full chords up in this first position a lot of the time instead of just power chords. He adds a little bit more roll to the rock, if that makes any sense. And it just makes you have to move a little bit quicker than just moving power chord back and forth. And it's a bigger, fuller sound, which I enjoy immensely. It's a cool song. The song is called Let There Be Rock. Number 8. It's not so much a opening riff this time as it is this part of a guitar solo in Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. It's a little bit difficult to do very clean. I hope I can get it. And if I try to pick it out, it's a little bit difficult too. That's probably the best and the cleanest that I'll be able to get it. Number 9 is one of the best AC/DC riffs ever. Super recognizable, and it's just a hammer-on pull-off motion. Very similar to that little lick used in number 8. Of course, it is Thunderstruck. If you try to pick it, by the way, it sounds pretty cool too. But I think the hammer-on in the pull-off way is the way to go. That one's just really fun. And number 10, my favorite AC/DC riff of all time, kind of a difficult one to play, is a song called Beatin' Around the Bush, which is on the Highway to Hell record. It sounds like this. That is probably the hardest lick in any of AC/DC's repertoire, but let me know. I could be wrong. Am I missing a song? I know there are so many AC/DC songs. Let me know what are your favorite riffs in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching so much. I love bringing you guys guitar videos, so if you want to keep it going, check out some other stuff on my channel and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.